Hey folks, welcome back for more Dragon's Dogma 2. You made it, and I'm glad you could. I'm glad to have you here. Every so often, there comes a time in every person's life where they just gotta turn on Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm sorry. Okay, hey, hi, hello. Nice to see you. I'm waving to my screen. Just imagine that I'm waving to you. Hey, so we did a couple of things. I did a couple of things. I say we, but really I mean the royal me. Hey, friend. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, first off, I hope you've been well, because it has been hot out there. And if you live in a place with a colder climate, it's been pretty cold out there. And if you live in a place with a warm, not too hot, not too cold kind of climate, it's been really nice out, hasn't it? Anyways, we've done a couple of quests. The quest that we have completed is Spellbound and the Sorcerer's Appraisal. These two quests were pretty hard because you have to collect like these 5 specific books, and if you want to make use of like the really good outcomes and get really cool spells as a form of reward, you have to actually make forgeries of the other 5. Not 5 per se. I think the wiki said 3 minimum is fine, but being a completionist that I am, I was like, let's just do forgery of 5 different books. These were tough quests that we had to do, and I did them off screen. They were very grindy, took a lot of things to do, but in doing so, I have 2 new spells that I could learn when I finally turned to Sorcerer. That's not the point. The 2 big things is we completed Home is Where the Hearth Is, which is apparently the affinity quest for, what's her name? Ulrika. I know her name. We're dating. Yeah, that's an affinity quest. I did that for Ulrika, and then I also did Every Rose Has Its Thorn. As you can see on the screen, I didn't capture any footage of it. I just was absent-minded, didn't think to capture gameplay of it. But I did that one first, and then after that I did Home is Where the Hearth Is, and I was like, oh no, we're getting footage. We're getting gameplay out of this. But anyways, there's only 2 romanceable characters in Dragon's Dogma 2, and these 2 quests essentially helped us raise their affinity, so there's that. As far as what I think about that, we'll get into it as the game goes on, but first things first, I really want to move on this Let's Play series and have us do the Feast of Deception. Why am I rushing us after 30 plus episodes of just meandering around? Because I'm in that kind of mood, and I feel like we've done as many quests as we can in this area. I feel like I've explored a lot of different places. Quick update. Oh yeah, I put a port crystal finally at the Sacred Arbor. This was a trek and a half. I realized this ancestral chamber here, this place actually connects with Melv and the base at Mount Ellshere. Problem is, there's a ladder on this side that I have to knock down, and over here, it's blocked off by a gate that you can only open on the other side. So I haven't figured that out. Could I have looked it up? Yes, but I'm like, you know what? I've already spoiled a lot of things for myself. Let's leave that one to mystery, and later down the line, I feel like we're going to learn more about that as time goes on. But there is a shortcut here, and I have burned a lot of fairy stones going back and forth because, man, this game, I would say, is perhaps 70% gameplay and 30% walking. If Dragon's Dogma, the OG one, if you've played it, if you complained about, going to places on foot and how that was an arduous task, it is even more so in Dragon's Dogma 2. One of the things that is, I'll reserve my judgment till later, although I'm pretty solidified in my thoughts about all of the archaic design decisions in this game. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. If, real quickly, even in episode 31, I'm gonna tell you, if you enjoy watching this game and you don't think you might enjoy playing it, you're probably right. I would not recommend this game to anyone. Back in the day, I used to recommend Dragon's Dogma all the freaking time because it was underrated, and I used to be of that mindset that because it was a game coming out for its time, that a lot of dated mechanics were just, old heads who haven't moved on from that, and it was just a product of its time. More or less. However, in Dragon's Dogma 2, a lot of these archaic design decisions have persisted over the course of the years. It's 2024, and there are so many things that have not been updated in terms of level design, in terms of game mechanics, in terms of UI. So I would earnestly encourage people not to play Dragon's Dogma 2, unless you've already had that relationship with Dragon's Dogma as a franchise, unless you see things that you think you might enjoy playing this game. If you have doubts, don't buy this game. I have to say that in good conscience. I cannot, in good conscience, recommend this game to anyone in its state. This game needed at least another year to cook in terms of ironing out a lot of just really, really poor decisions. This game sits as mixed on the Steam reviews, and for very, very good reason. Okay, let's play this game, let's finish it up, because I'm having a good time, but that's because I have residency bias, I guess you could say. At any rate, alright, Feast of Deception. We're gonna get this started by passing time over here at the bar, so that Brant can appear at night, as per usual. So we'll pass the time. And finally, ooh,
always a pleasure.
That was kind of cool. We had a little interaction there, a little animation, but now we can finally meet with Brant, who is right here. Brant is right here. Right here, right now. What? Is it the next day? Where the hell is Brant? Okay, we're gonna sit down here then. How long does past the day last for? At any rate, okay, so it should be nighttime, right? Here we go. I was like, what's going on? When I passed time, how long did I pass time for? Like 10 minutes? Anyways, let's talk to Brant and get this quest on the... I stepped on something. What did I step on? Oh, it's the lamp on the table that always breaks for whatever reason. The physics is weird there.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are
to
strengthen your Majesty's
yes, tell me about the coronation. I feel comfortable about moving on. I don't think there's any quests left, I want to say. Let's do it.
Or shall change once we have attended the coronation.
I know. So, like, I actually stopped at the gate. There was a way to actually enter Batal, like through 2 secret passages that I found, but I didn't bother. I was like, no, let's not. Hell, should I? No, let's do the coronation. I'm afraid by doing so, we might push the plot accidentally. Let's do this first. I mean, I don't know. Should I have? Would that be kind of cool to do that? Is there a way to fail the main quest? Ah, whatever. Let's just continue on.
If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart.
I am ready.
Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
The following morning. Oh, we're just doing it right now. Okay, let's do it. Game on. Do people still say that? Was that cringe to say? I apologize. I apologize for my existence. I am out of the loop. Do people still say lit, by the by? Is that still a thing? Ooh. I was seeing a black screen for a little while, and I was like, what is going on? But yeah, this is my outfit. Oh, what's going on? That's my pawn, by the by. I think I want to change her hair to pink. Yes, what's up?
Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There is a voice within my mind. It commands me.
Oh no.
Sways my very will.
Is it something you drank?
Could it be that the gods sway?
The god who?
We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern.
Vega, we just got here. Now you're acting a fool. She drank too much at the tavern, I think. Ooh, what's all this? I love these cutscenes, I gotta say. And I will say, oh. Oh, the son of Disa, Bisa. So they swore allegiance to the...
We've been had.
Imposter. Yes, we have been had, Brant.
The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen.
The false sovereign? So he wouldn't even let us get through the door?
According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter.
Godsway.
Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that held power over the pawns when we were, being enslaved and working in that labor camp, right?
Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed.
Well, if it's just me, I can take them on all by my lonesome. I can do that, Brant. I've slayed several worms, don't you know?
Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Yeah, let's invite him out to dinner. I'm sure he'd like that.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway?
Well,
I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
okay, so I wasn't expecting us to wait a couple of days for something. Oh yeah, while I have you here, okay, so if you are playing this game, or if you do want to follow along and you've run into a couple of issues with the Spellbound quest, so interestingly enough, in this Spellbound quest, there are multiple steps, and one of them has you wait a couple of days before you can progress the quest. The thing is, if one of the NPCs die, the quest is like broken, so you actually have to go to the channel, or the Chanel? The Chanel. You actually have to go to the place where they bury a lot of the NPCs and resurrect one of the NPCs to continue on this quest. I had to resurrect the grandmother of Trisha, the NPC who this quest revolves around. It was a really painful situation in terms of time wasting, because I waited like 5 in-game days to pass the time. Turns out the NPC was dead, and I had to go back to Vernworth to resurrect them. That happens quite commonly in this game. It happened in this quest, it happened in, if you remember, what's the other guy? The guy who was sent to die to fight the Doulahan? I forget his name. Gregor. It was Gregor. If you remember Gregor, he died in the first episodes of this series. He died. I killed him accidentally. He drowned. And then I had to resurrect him, and then this quest triggered. So that happens a lot in this game. And while that might lend itself to immersion, it gets kind of ridiculous in terms of how many quests are broken in this way, only because you're not prompted that could be an issue. For example, Gregor dying makes more sense. If Gregor isn't alive, then you can't have this quest, right? You can't continue that quest. However, the quest for Spellbound, this little girl, she has 2 guardians, a grandpa and a grandmother. None of them mention if any one of them is dead, so a quest can be ongoing forever had I never went to Vernworth and resurrected the grandmother. Like, it just could be an open-ended quest, because I'd be waiting on days, because the only thing that it tells me to do, here it is, you finish gathering the grimoires, and then it says that she's studying, and then in one aspect it also said I had to wait a couple of days. Again, a lot of this stuff in this game that is just archaic design decisions, not being forthright about what to do next, and not in a good way, because there's a fun mystique around developing quests in that way, but you still clue in the gamer as to like what to do next. This doesn't do that. A lot about Dragon's Dogma 2, they don't do that, which becomes more of a chore. It almost feels like it's information missing rather than an intentional design decision. Yeah, I know, I'm on my soapbox a lot in this episode, but I just feel like a lot of that has to be, like, I just want to talk about that more, because one, I'm very passionate when it comes to Dragon's Dogma, and I'm very disappointed when it comes to Dragon's Dogma 2. There are things that I enjoy about Dragon's Dogma 2, but that's only because I am naturally a fan of the franchise. Like, again, if you're not a fan of the franchise, if you see things here that you're like, I would rather watch than play, I would encourage that, because I would never encourage anyone to pay $59.99. It might be more now, because I don't know, because isn't it they raised the prices to $69.99 a days nowadays, and there's a lot of games out right now, and you can buy multiple games at that price that'll provide you with a lot of fun. And this game is going to make you want to pull your hair out a lot of times. It makes me want to pull out my hair out now. I just do it because I'm a glutton for punishment. Anyways, we gotta wait a couple of days. I'm gonna change up my Pawns look, Vega's look a little bit, and then I'll see you folks in the next episode. No, I will see you folks when the quest progresses itself. Okay, really quickly, I did want to show you this. So I just changed my vocation to sorcerer real quick. This is the Meteoron spell, the spell that Pat and all the other sorcerers I've been getting have been casting and really, knocking out bosses. This is why I did those quests. I can speak English, okay? I know a little bit of it. That is why I did those 2 really arduous quests. I wanted Meteoron, right? And I also wanted Maelstrom here, conjures a whirlwind. That was that tornado thing that we saw, or that we've seen other sorcerers cast. These two spells are freaking amazing, and I can't wait to be a sorcerer. Right now, I'm a warrior because I want to get all the, augments and everything out of the way. But, I'm stoked. I am excited for Maelstrom. I am excited for Meteoron. And to see what other spells that we can get. That's all I want to show you. Okay, we'll wait a couple of days until the quest finally triggers. Okay, you awaited Captain Brant. Okay, cool. So I just rested till the next morning. Turns out we're good now? Alright, tell me about the coronation.
If the information we pried from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, Your Majesty may even discover some method of undoing the Godsway's hold over the pawns.
Alright, so I guess I'm heading to Batal now. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to push the main quest. I wanted the main quest to take me to Batal naturally. Now, I know of two paths that I can bypass the gate. Maybe he'll give me a pass where I can go through the gate. We'll see.
Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. I bid you take it. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned by someone with great influence. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information I found most intriguing. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of Your Majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration.
Alright, and we get a port crystal for all our trouble. The reason why I want to do it by quest is because I want to get the rewards, should I be able to cash in on the rewards. But I do realize, other than the two passages I could have went through, we could have also used what I like the beast masks that we bought. I'm pretty sure we could have done that as well. We have the border entry permit, so we could do that. I mean, there are multiple ways to get to Batal, and I just wonder, what are some of the benefits of going there first, without having to push the main plot? Some of the ways you could go to is through here. That takes you through, whoa, what is all this? Takes you around here, and then I saw this spot right here. It's a cavern. You can actually go around through here as well. This bridge hasn't been built yet. Maybe it's been built now. But this would give us quick access to go down through this way. And we would get there through Melv, or Harv, I should say. So it's not too big of a jaunt. The problem with the checkpoint rest and the carriage ride from Vernworth Castle is that it's always accosted. There's always some danger that has to happen. It's very common to be attacked on the road here, and I think a lot of it has to deal with that is so far away. That's why sometimes I don't want to spend money to go to the Oxcart ride, sorry, tripping over my own words here. But, I don't want to have to huff it all the way over there. Let's see, what does the quest say specifically? Is it just asking us to find a way through there? False Arisen display the power to control the pawns, make it to Batal, and learn more about the artifact. Yeah, so it's essentially just saying get there in any way that we may know how. So let's wait till morning and get on an ox cart ride. Is it morning now?
Perhaps a journey to Batal will aid us in unraveling the secrets of the...
You the Arisen?
Uh-oh.
I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Oh, Sven. I'm not entirely sure where Sven sleeps. I don't know where his room's at. But I've snuck into the castle proper. I think this could be avoided if I wear the Marcher's outfit. But I was too lazy to go back home to get it, so... Kind of curious what would happen if they catch me here. I'm gonna turn off my light. Maybe that's a thing. Okay, we're sneaking through here. Audience chamber. I believe someone's on the floor here. If I go up, maybe there's rooms up there. I remember that from last time around. Like, I remember seeing Sven up here one time. Allard's chamber. Fernworth Castle. Sven's chamber. Okay. This is Sven's quarters right here. Sven? Here we go.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation.
Yes, sir.
As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happen upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phasus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not.
You'd make a great king one day, Sven. I can't wait till you rule this kingdom, because I'm gonna retire as a fisherman.
And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you have the time to spare.
100%, you got it, Sven.
I am in no position to make demands, of course.
Finally, we got a quest. Man, we didn't get a quest from him earlier.
Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter?
No,
No
yet.
progress as yet, then. Well, should you uncover anything, pray do share it with me.
Sven, I pray this letter finds you in good health. I am well, though I yearn for my homeland terribly. You must know that I care for the welfare of Vermont and its people as deeply as you, as deeply as your mother, in fact. I am doing aught within my power to return, for I would offer you my support, fortune willing. I'll have fair tidings to share anon. Augustin. Sir Augustin. A loyal retinue. Alright, folks, so I'm gonna get out of this castle, and then we'll meet up at the checkpoint rest. Oh my god. This is what I mean. We just got attacked. Now, we can still ride our wagon, assuming... Oh, there's an ogre. There's no chance. It's assuming the cart survives, which I'm pretty sure will not survive this, because everyone has a tendency to destroy the cart with their collateral damage. Oh boy. But anyways, I'm using the warrior class right now, so if you're wondering why the costume changed, whoops, that's not the ability that I want to do. It's a really fun class, the warrior class. The only thing is that you attack really, really slowly, but that's actually not that bad, all things considered. Like when you think about like how the monsters move, they actually do give you ample amount of time to use your abilities. Now, one cool ability that I am enjoying is not per se this one, although I've already charged it, so I want to use it. This ability, it's called not Haven Sword. I'm trying to use the other one. Oh, here we go, Meteoron. We casted Meteoron, but hopefully the cart survives. Ah, the cart's destroyed. Cart's destroyed. What a bummer. We're gonna have to walk the rest of the way. But look at the amount of damage we're doing. It's kind of wild, right? Do this. There we go. All dead. All dead. But now we don't have a cart. And now I'm very curious. How far are we? Okay, not too bad. We're not too far away, so we can... It's reasonable, I suppose. Man, Meridian's home. Oh, okay, so Meridian is where I picked up the Maelstrom spell. This is one of the sorcerers for that spell I was telling you guys about earlier. It's saying that I can meet with him right now. I wonder why.
I trust you are in good health. Might I make a request of you?
Okay. You are a rare thing, a person equally noble in word and deed. Oh, is this an escort quest? Decline.
I ought to have chosen
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Thankfully, we can actually use this item, the sealing vial, or vial? God, sealing vial. The PH always throws me off. The sealing vial, we can use that to actually shrink the NPC and put him in that vial and then like speed walk the quest. But I've never really found those escort quests to be worth it, to be honest. And as far as I can see, the affinity system has been such an afterthought that it doesn't really matter gameplay-wise, or even just RP-wise, to progress them. It's been... Yeah, it's a bummer. Dragon's Dogma, surprisingly, shockingly so, had a better affinity system with a greater outcome in terms of the plot than Dragon's Dogma 2 for whatever reason. I don't know. Can't explain it. Here we are. You have to go up the main road and it just winds you all the way up. which is actually well designed when you think about these fortifications, because it means that this is like a main road for a lot of people to cut. Oh, hey, that's Oscar.
Might you be looking to enlist?
I'm glad to see him alive. Anyway, we are here at the
Come to
gates.
think of it,
Now,
it
who
is
do we
difficult
talk to?
to
You.
forget all that occurred at the coronation.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment.
Ooh, this is such a cool
That cart
cutscene.
has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates!
Dude, this cutscene's awesome. I just love the cutscenes in this game. Lord Phaesus, hey, that's the guy that Sven wants us to meet, right? Oh no, that's the letter was going to be sent to him by Disa, and now we've accosted that letter. Guess we can follow up with him.
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit.
Right here, papers all intact.
Go on through.
Easy speasy. I have a feeling we could have made it as a Beastrin, you know, with the mask and everything. But here we are. Nice. We are at the border checkpoint. Is there like stuff around here? Got an achievement for this. We're across the border. We're in new territory. Let's have a look around. Any treasures lying around? This is cool. So this is what lies on the other side. I wonder if there's a bunch of quests that are just gonna assail us right now that we're here.
A group of bandits has been terrorizing the roads of late, targeting our ox carts and the cargo they carry. They call themselves the Coral Snakes, and they are no common thieves. They are organized and deadly efficient. And worse still, they are without scruples. They have been killing and stealing in equal measure. Devils, the lot of them. What say you? Would you lend your aid in catching them?
Yes, sir. Pledge my assistance.
Many thanks, sir. I shall be glad to know someone is doing aught to help us. You all begin by scouring for their hideout. It must be somewhere near the highway, for that has been their primary target thus far.
Duly noted.
Mayhap you could learn aught by speaking with some survivors of the raids.
Awesome. Okay, so we're picking up quests. Wow, there's an inn right across from here, which is nice.
Have a look.
And is this the merchant?
Well met, sir. Need a room for the night?
Okay, this is the innkeeper. Wow, it costs more. This innkeeper costs more. It's 1,200 here, but 1,000 on the other side.
Food? Have you any food?
Ooh, yes, we do.
Many thanks. I'm still very hungry. So, if you've any more food to
Yeah, take them
spare some
all.
charity for the poor.
Take it all. Have your fill, kid.
Ah,
You there! What do you think you're doing, huh? You keep your hands off him. Don't go thinking you can treat the poor however you like just because you're better off.
You're right, Hugo. I should not be trying to give him dried meats. Next time, I'll be sure to turn him away whenever anyone asks for food, you stupid idiot.
calm down, Hugo. You've got it all wrong. This kind sir has been good enough to share some food with me. I've the both of you to thank for my good health and my full belly.
Is that right? Suppose I owe you an apology then, cuz.
Don't. Save your breath. I don't accept it.
In my defence, one can't be too careful. There's a child-snatching scoundrel around nearly every corner in these parts.
Shut it. What, do I look like a child-snatching scoundrel? I'm kidding. I understand your caution, Hugo.
My name's Hugo, by the way. I'm a helper of sorts to the poor who live here. Ain't many folk willing to offer that sort of kindness. Even just one more's a glad sight, let me tell ya. So pay me no mind. And I'm sorry for before. If you're here to help, I'll not say another word against ya.
Alright, so there's a kidnapper roaming about. I imagine we might run into him in the future. We'll see. Okay, so... wow, this place is awesome. We are in Batal. We are across... Yes, what is it, Yuri? Okay, enough.
And I've no objections.
But yeah, we're here. We're crossing. We've made it, folks. You and I. Long-awaited Batal. We're Baron's childhood home. Where are we? What's around here? Baron's childhood home? I don't know. I'm just walking around, making myself at home in other people's homes, looking at around every corner. Who is that? Ooh, is this like a desert place? That's cool.
There's been more trouble, as if we needed it. Happened right near here, too. I'd bet my left boot 'twas those coral snakes behind it. Nowhere's safe anymore.
Okay, point me in the direction. I'll go ahead and teach him a lesson, give him a stern talking to.
Seems they've slipped past this checkpoint and gone right into Batal. What did they put all that effort into honest work like the rest of us? If someone doesn't put a stop to them anon, we'll all be sorry. A city can't function without a steady supply of goods, and fewer carts are making the journey. They say you should be thankful for your life, but simply being alive isn't the same as living, eh? The
Damn
trouble
right.
happened due south of here. 'Twill be those coral snakes again, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so we've learned more about the coral snakes. I'm glad an NPC ran up to us instead of us looking around. Mercy among thieves. Visit the ox cart raid. Let's set this as a priority. Why not? Oh, I had no idea we were entering the desert dunes.
Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light. Let us ponder how best to proceed.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition.
Pathfinder, that's the name of this character. Got it.
This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, it would be advantageous for you and your pool to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Bakbatal.
Bakbatal.
Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek.
Cool. I wonder if we would have seen this character had we taken the alternate paths as well. Make for the Rockmaster's Burrow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out in my next playthrough that I do on my own. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Okay, folks, I'm gonna leave you with this site. We have a lot to do. I imagine there's gonna be tons of quests that we're gonna have to work out and a lot more to explore. As you can see, the griffin to my right. Please ignore the griffin and hopefully it won't attack. It's very calm, it's not attacking. Okay, at any rate, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next one, whatever the next one may be. So until then, say it with me, folks. I'll see you then. What comes after? Go ahead, you say it. You say it. Bye for now.